Hello, I am going to be showing a couple of things you can do with student athletes. I'm going to showcase basketball drills and some things that you could do for football to kind of help increase your students' strength, mobility, and flexibility. Let's go. So, I am on what's equivalent to a red and blue spring. If you are using balanced body, you could also do a green and a blue spring to make it a little bit heavier, or two reds. But I wouldn't go more than 2 springs, all right, for this first bit. So I have my head rest up, putting onto the ball. I'll keep the legs still, and we'll just bend and straighten the legs while trying to keep your heels down. Try to make sure your student stays into the top third of the board. Then I'll work in parallel and do the same thing. And as I'm holding onto the ball, I'm gonna bring it over to my left hip and up, left hip and up, left hip. And I switch. This, believe it or not, is getting right into your obliques. And it's a move that they'll do when they're balling. One more time. All right, now, actually before we do that, we'll go right into running. And we can imagine, you can do a little toss and catch. This would also be good for a volleyball player as well, especially if they're a setter, right? They can hold it just like that as they're doing stuff with their feet, okay? We bring it in. Now for basketball, let's bring your left leg in, and then you push away, and you do it with just one hand, so you can flip the ball. Flip, flip, flip. Make it add a jump, jump, push, push, push. Can't go too far, but push, flip, flip. It's good for wrist strength. And it's also good when you're getting ready to do a layup, right? Because this is a similar position for layup. Let me switch legs. Let me switch my rings. Here we go. This arm is not as strong. Again. Push. Push. Now it's coordinated too, so it's actually a bridge drill for myself. And when they push off, make sure they land toe ball heel. Only try to do one arm to replicate what they'd be doing for the layup, because you don't want to shoot the layup with 2 arms. 1 arm. 2 more. Last time. All right, then we alternate the legs here. Now I'm just going to make it more of a pass, so that way you don't get too confused. So they'll set their hands up like you're doing a bounce pass and push up. Bounce pass. Bounce pass, bounce pass. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then see if your student can go in between the legs. I'm going to cross over. My hands are not that big, but I'm sure your students' hands might be. So I'm going to have to go slow. But if they can go and do it without pausing, even better. I'm just not coordinated enough to do it. But now they're getting a crossover, right? A little bit of core work. Also, again, making sure that they're controlling. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Making sure they control the carriage all the way in. Each time they can even add in a chest lift so you can see what's going on. This is good for their endurance. Also good for, just from a skill set perspective. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you as the instructor, if I had somebody here, I would have them jump out, toss it to me, and I would pass it back. But instead, if you don't, you can just push at an angle, push at an angle, push at an angle. Good. Now hold on to the ball, all right? And imagine you're doing little rounds, the rope with your body a little bit, or with your arms, as if you're trying to figure out what you want to do with the ball next. I used to do this when I was figuring out who to pass it to. And then you go side to side with the arms here. Just swinging side to side. Both feet. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Okay. I'm going to go down to 1 spring. But if your student is strong enough, they could do it that way. Now we sit in a Z-sit to kind of help build mobility in their top thigh bone, a little extra rotation. We push out. This is just good for arm strength, but also tell your students, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter for my wrist. Tell your students to focus on the follow through and the flicking away. The heel of the hand is in the top 30, flick. This replicates, boom, shot. Have the elbow nice and narrow. One more. Good. Now, see if they can come up onto the knees here. All right, facing you. Hold onto the ball. Push out. And push out, right? Push out. Now we got that motion here. Hold. Pull it in. Go out. Pull it in. Again, replicating nice basketball move. 2 more. Last time. Bring it all the way in. And just so I'm even, we do the same thing on the other side. All right. So make sure everything is solid here. All right, knee is bent. And we hold on to the ball. Flick away. And again, flick away. Follow through. Flick away. Flick away. Flick away. 3 more. Flick away. Last time. Good. Now I come onto my knees. Okay, just like I did before. I'm gonna hold on and push. Hold on and push. Now we do the same thing for the ball. Up. Bring it up. And up. Couple more. Up. Good spinal thoracic rotation is happening in the upper back. So again, reversal moves. One more time. Good. And relax. All right, now I'm putting the ball down. We'll focus on some pull moves. So we did a couple of push, we did pull. When you're programming, you want to have your push days and your pull days, or you could alternate. So I'm sitting onto my heels. All right, I am pulling back and forward. Pull and forward. Pull and forward. This could be good for basketball and or football, because depending on what position your student plays, if they're a football player, they're at the line, say they're on the defensive line, they're in a 3-point stance, right? They're hitting, I'm gonna imagine, I'm in my 3-point stance, and they have to get up and push, right, really quick off the ground. So this is really good for helping with the push off. Push, return, push, return, push. And the more springs you add, the harder it will become. So to really get that force. And then just do one arm. All right, I'm gonna put this here. Push, and I put one hand onto your shoulder block. Push. And I do have a bend in my elbow. Push. One more. Push. Then I switch to the same thing on the other side. And I push. And I push. Couple more. Push. Last time, push. Okay, now staying with football, all right, we'll go back. I'm gonna add back on the springs, all right? So sometimes in football, you'll see your students do these quick feet drills, right? So now, we take that same drill, we bring it here. We have their feet go out and in, quick, quick. And then you go 1, 2, 3, push off, land. 1, 2, 3, push off, land. 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. Also good for a sprinter. 1, 2, 3, push. And 1, 2, 3, push. And have that push off leg. You can either do both feet, or you can go 1, 2, 3, push off with one leg, land. 1, 2, 3, push off with the other leg. So 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. And 1, 2, 3, push. That's going to be great for your football player. All right? I would then also have them come, if I'm still using the jump board, heels up, arms onto the jump board here. Again, still focus on the push, kind of like when you're going into their practice and they're pushing against someone, trying to get away from the tackle. Let me go a little bit lighter, again, for my body, right? So if they can kind of do like their, what's it called, like kind of like swim move, so come back. See, this is giving me too much air time. Need something a little quicker. It's a I can't remember the exact, but it's kind of like a swim move where they're trying to go over their defender, trying to go over, and you pick one side to do, right? And then you do the other side, and you push off, right? And they turn their torso where their hips are staying still. So again, they're building a strength in the upper body. That's a really, really good one. We can come back here, all right? Let's just do one arm, out and in. Again, I'm a little bit lighter because I'm not a football player, but I understand the science and stuff behind it. And I'm building back arm strength, tricep strength, right? And also back of the shoulder blade strength. And I switch, do the same thing, okay? All right, now, I then place my left foot, and I'll put my headrest down. Place my left foot inside. Right foot is forward here, okay? All right, so pushing off, and I'm landing. Pushing off, and I'm landing. I'm down. Push off, and you kind of hit a little bit of your stance here. And if your student is skilled enough, after a certain point, they can kind of be in like this crouch-like position, and it does challenge their balance here a little bit. And from that 3-point stance, push off, hold. Push off, hold. Push off, hold. Push off, hold. You feel it in the glutes and in the arms. And then I'm going to switch just so I can be even. Okay? Same thing. Woo! This side's a little harder for me. Yeah, it really fires off my glute quite a bit. So whatever side is weaker, you want to do a lot more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Woo, I feel that. Plus I got my heat on. Shake it out. All right. Now, we covered things that you can do on the jump board. Let's talk a little bit about what else can be done using the foot bar. Yeah? So, put my foot bar back on. You'll definitely want to hit your students with some sideline work, because with all of the standing things that they do, you want to make sure that they have good, strong, solid stability. All right, so again, this would be incorporated in a push day. So again, picking the best exercises that help with the push. I showed quite a few, and then I will show you some pull exercises to kind of help. One more, okay? Have them turn a hip out and in. Again, I'm on a lighter spring because this is your girl's, third workout today? And I still have one more, so we're trying to stay alive. All right, and now we switch them. You can play around with multiple positions for your sideline footwork. All right, foot is in and out. And you really want to make sure that their plumb line is right. So ear, shoulder, hip, and bring my leg back. Woo, the further they bring their leg back, the more ankle mobility they'll need, which is really good for a player. So again, ear, shoulder, hip, knee when it's straight, ankle, all in the same line. You can see it more from the back side of my body. One more time. Then externally rotate, go out and in. There we go. And tell them to push to their bottom forearm so they feel that. Right? This is the push. Okay, so play around with that. Oh, by the way, you could also do sideline foot and strap. So matter of fact, I'll turn to face you so that way you get a better view. So this would be good. All right, so we're bringing our leg forward. This is more of your it's a pull. This is a pull. So you go forward, drag back from the glute. So this is definitely for a pull exercise. Basketball player and a football player can benefit. One more time. And then for the push, you could transition, bend and stretch. You'll feel it in the back line of the body. One more. Then you could do a nice circle to open up their mobility here. You do want the strap in front of you, not behind, otherwise you'll get bopped in the face. And I'm gonna go the other way. By the way, I'm gonna do both sides because your girl needs to be even. One more. And then after they're finished, they have the flexibility, bring the leg up, straighten the bottom leg, hold that. Now again, I don't expect them to have the same level of flexibility that you see here, but it'd be nice if they can. All right, do the other side. So, place your foot into the strap. All right, same thing, we start with the pull. Drag your leg back and forward. Again, working from the hamstring and the glute. Should really start to feel it there. 2 more. Ooh, this leg. Last time. Okay, now we bend and straighten and push. We do a total of 5 reps. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we do our big circles. Up, out, and around. Forward, up, around. 2 more. Last time. And then reverse. Two, 1. Woo. And then we straighten the leg up. A nice stretch and straighten my bottom leg. Give myself a nice pull. But make sure they don't roll their hip bones back. Instead, keep them rolled forward. And you bend the knee and relax. All right, so now I'm gonna put my foot bar down. Target some abs for your students that can be really helpful. They can be either forearm or their hands. I'm gonna go in hands. Shift my body weight forward. And go back like an ab wheel, drag back in. Go back, drag in. Now tell your students to really dig their knees into the carriage. 2 more. Out, drag in. 1 more time. Out, hold it. Have them hold it for however long you want to hold it. And then they can bend their elbows wide and push. Now we're back to the push side. 1 more. Straighten the arms. Now just pull the knees forward and back. Now we're into the pull and back. Pull and back. Pull and back. 1 more time. Pull and back. Now we add some extension. Make sure their hands are on the foot bar. Lift up and go back. This is like your down stretch. And up and down. 2 more. Up and down. Open up your collarbone. Now we'll do a little up stretch variation. Send your body weight back. Push the carriage out. Bring it in. And look down the shirt. Push. Pull it in. Again, the lighter the spring, the harder this is actually going to be. But you will have to work harder if it's heavier to find the push out. But you really want to work on the spinal articulation of your student. Now, bring it in. You could also do the reverse of that if you want. Place both hands onto one corner here. Push out. This is kind of like a little snake variation. Drag it in. Slide out, look over the back shoulder. Drag it in. And again, go out. Look over the back shoulder. Drag it in. 1 more time. Go out. Drag it in. Other side. Look the other way. Shoulders down. We go out. Drag it in. And again, go out. Drag it in. Really look over the back shoulder. Put your left hip more forward. Go out. Drag. I feel my oblique firing. 1 more. Out. Drag. Sit back. A nice stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay? If you want more pull exercises for the upper body, reach back for the straps. You can have your feet go where the headrest goes or up against your shoulder blocks, your choice. For your reverse chest expansion, always a fan favorite. right? For the pull. Let me go right to arm circles to open up your students' shoulders a bit. And then reverse, go the other way. Again, I'm not doing as many reps as you could. For your student, depending on if they're off season, you may want to do more reps. If it's in season, do less reps so that we don't hurt them. All right, now from here, I'm going to take my right strap, push forward, bring it in. Take my left strap, push forward. My right arm is going back. Pull it in. Push, pull, push, pull, and push. Pull, so it's a nice combo. Push and pull and relax. And then to stretch out your student, a couple different options. I will go a moderate option / easy option. All right, first, so you bring your front leg. This is your Eve's lunge. Your knee is down, shoulders down. Now instead of just pushing your hips forward, you actually want to find a posterior tilt of the pelvis. So it's not just a jam forward. It's a nice tuck under to begin with. Shoulders down, heel is down, right? Heel is down so they already feel it. And then ask your student to slide the carriage out, straightening their front leg. Now you don't want them dumping down. You want their abs active, but they're really getting a nice stretch of the psoas and hip flexor. Ask your student to do a couple of pulses while here. Again, you can decide. Then bring the carriage halfway in. Keep just their inside hand in, open out, so you get some thoracic mobility. For a football player, swim move. Go out. I used to have one of my defensive ends do this. Go out, swim move, because he needed this. And swim move. Shoulders down, straighten your leg. Find a nice stretch. Basketball player can benefit from that as well, with all the twisting and turning that they do. You can go as far down as they can. Bring it in. Now, to make it slightly more intense, and assuming your student has good knees, bring the knee back, hop the foot forward. Ooh, yeah, it's a deeper quad stretch. And if they have the mobility, take the inside hand, reach back. Now, I don't expect most football players to be able to do it, but you never know. Something to work towards. And then pull it all the way back in. As they transition to the other side, have them put the same leg on top of a foot bar. Hop it under. I used to give this to my wide receiver during the off season, hands down. For some, this may be enough, but really tell them to stick their bottom away from their body and then push the carriage out. Pull it in. I'm actually going to go nose springs. Use those as well. Go out. Oh, deeper stretch. And in. One more time. I'm going to push it out and pull it in. I add back on the spring. Okay? We step to the other side. All right, let's start with Eve's lunge. Shoulders down. And we go. Slide out. Arms are straight. Heel is really pushed up against the foot bar. Find little mini pulses. Ooh, your girl is sweating. Yeah, little pulses. Right? Now we bring the carriage halfway in. All right, and then I go out, push, open my arm, swim move around. And again, go out, open up, tuck your tailbone under, swim move the arm. Again, opening up the shoulder, swim move the arm. Last time, go out, swim move the arm, and bring the carriage in. Again, to make it even better, slide the knee back, shoulders down, slide out. This one's not as bad as the right quad. Then if they can reach, grip the foot, nice stretch. Oh, I forgot the split stretch. So again, after you do your Eve's lunge, I was like, something feels off, I'm just forgetting something. Push out. Nice hamstring stretch. Bring the carriage back in. And then to finish, step them around, same leg, goes here. All right, I'm going to take the spring off. We come down, and we come down, and in. Two more. We come down, in, last time, down, and in. And that's just a great place to kind of get started for the workout. Couple bonus moves you could do, which I forgot to mention, all right? Have their foot turned out, and I'm stepping a little bit, like maybe 6 inches or so behind the headrest. I am on one spring, all right? It's some little inner thigh work. They can be here and here, here and here. And then as a coach, I could be standing and I could have them pass the ball. Pass it back and forth as they do it. Pass and pass and pass, right? They can also imagine they could work on their grip of the ball, right? Grip for a basketball player, for a football player, you can practice throwing it. Boom, right? Boom, if it was a football. All right? You can then also switch it up, all right? Put one foot onto the platform, the other one onto the knee. You could be up against shoulder block or not. Slide out, pull it in. And again, go out, pull it in, but keep a nice bend. Don't straighten this leg. It's all about the inner thigh, right here. And then it could be doing one of these numbers. Like you can turn the hips, boom, 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 boom. Just like that, boom, boom. 2 more. And bring it all the way in. Because I needed it both, I'm gonna do the other side, just so you can see it again also. Foot is here, all right? About 6 inches or so away, and I'm just doing some leg pulls again. Pull again. If you're a football player, you can focus on tossing and catching the football. Basketball player, maybe if you got enough space, you can hit them with a bounce pass. All right. You can also do an overhead as they come in, overhead, all that fun stuff. And then last but certainly not least, from the back, they're here. You can start one foot turned out. Knee in the middle. You can keep it simple. Oh, I need to sink down more. Sink down. That's what it is. Sink, pull in. All inner thigh work. Right? Do a couple with their chest facing forward. Then turn them at an angle that their knee is. Right? And then have the ball working on hand-eye coordination. Yeah? Hand-eye coordination. Couple more. Ooh, this is work. Go all the way in. Comes off some balance. And that is a nice place to start, whether it's basketball, football. Honestly, a lot of these moves could be transferred to other sports, such as volleyball, softball, especially with the rotation and all that fun stuff. But let me know what you think, and hope this helps. Bye.